search amongst the stores, and we picked up just 25 free scrap, which is nice. 10 fuel, we have plenty of fuel for now. It's a pirate, and hey, they have a missile. Let's see if this works. Gonna power up the defense drone. I guess I should have waited for a second in case we took their weapon system offline, but I don't think we'll be able to land our shots before the missile comes out, and that's exactly what happens there. We did take their weapon system offline though, so as long as we can keep the missile offline, we don't need the defense drone, but it's still nice that we have the defense drone, you know? And our shots did miss. They have a pilot who managed to dodge one of our shots. We also have a Mantis who is only 7 points away from getting +3 evasion, which will bring our evasion chance from 32 to 35%. Do want that to happen as soon as possible. They do have a fire on board their ship. They have a fire in their shield system now, which is nice. As long as I focus fire on the shield system, I guess we might be able to take their shields completely offline. And as long as their shields are offline and they have no pilot, they have no dodge chance. So I can just kind of focus on whatever I want to shoot at. And might as well keep their shields offline. If I can, I might be able to kill the crew here. It'll be tough. No, the artillery beam's gonna kill them when it fires. Like, we're doing 15 points of damage on them. Oh, I can totally kill them. Nah, I gotta shoot them with the artillery beam, unfortunately. Because even if I shoot them once, it's gonna take my burst laser 12 seconds or so to come back online, and they will, I think, come back from the clone bay before that happens. So I just shot him instead. Okay, 53 scrap. I could get more artillery beam. That would not be the worst thing in the world. I think I will go for more artillery beam, and we'll kind of just double down on this beam. It's our biggest damage dealer right now. Our burst laser can't really punch through the enemy shields right now, so we kind of just have to use the beam whenever possible. And unfortunately, this looks like a pretty bad layout here. We can only visit one more beacon before the exit, because there's not a lot of beacons around the exit, behind the exit, that we can visit. So we're kind of just stuck pretty much. Now, interestingly, I think I could put the defense drone online here and take down some of the flak shots when they come in. But I think we're okay. I'll just keep our dodge chance up, and hopefully we can dodge some of their shots coming in. We did, we dodged enough. And their flak gun is offline, so I can just kind of shoot their shields and weapons and alternate and wait for the artillery beam to charge, and we should be able to take them out, hopefully without taking too much damage here. Good, they have no pilot now, so now I can focus on their weapon system, hopefully, and get a shot in before they repair it. Ah, there we go. Artillery beam does its job. Their weapon systems are completely offline now. Good. They want to try to surrender. No, thank you. It's not a very good surrender offer. The 3 fuel is nice, but we have 9 fuel. That's not a lot of fuel, but it's not a little bit of fuel. We've got enough that I'm comfortable right now not accepting the fuel offer, and we did get 3 fuel out of it, plus more scrap, which is nice. And now we just basically have to go to the exit. If we don't go to the exit, we'll have to fight the rebel ship at the exit. But if we go to the exit now, we get the exit beacon, you know? We could get another rock member, but we don't need a rock member. We have one. And we're going to Sector 4. I will go to the NG-controlled system, I think. The Zoltan system is going to be a pain in the ass with their shields. The NG are annoying, but with the artillery beam, it doesn't matter what the NG have, we can kill them. You know, if they have a ton of, oh, there's no path away from this distress beacon, so I have to go to the store. You know, even if they have defense drone Mark IIs that stop our burst laser from getting in, the beam will be able to get in. So we can get another drone. We could get another scrap recovery arm, which I would love, but I don't have the cash, which is a shame because getting 2 would be amazing. So instead, I'm just gonna heal. buy some fuel, and jump forward. Now, unfortunately, I do have to try to get 2 of the blue options on this sector in order to get the achievement. I don't think that's going to happen. It's possible. I do know of a couple of... Oh, there's one right there. NG crew. Repair the defective targeting of this defensive satellite. We get 37 scrap. I will try to get to the quest beacon. There is another... Maybe it's not in this... I think we can get another one, but I don't know exactly what the events are. I do know that there is... Oh, that's a good weapon for later. There is a event that you can get in this sector, I think. I don't know if it's NG Homeworlds, where you basically get the stealth NG cruiser unlocked. I will buy 6 fuel. We have a lot of scrap right now. Come on, one more blue option. I will go to the quest beacon. I'll do what I can. Yeah, green sectors, a lot of empty beacons. I don't like going to green sectors if I can help it. Oh, we get 15 hull points repaired. Awesome. I think that was a full repair. Unfortunately, we had already repaired ourselves earlier, but it's fine. Pick up some extra scrap, and we do manage to get to the store before the rebels reach us. Honestly, you know, this actually was not half bad. We picked up an Ion Blast Mark II, a ton of scrap, free, full repair, and I can buy another system, and I will buy a hacking system. I think that is the best for us right now. Hacking allows me to take down enemy shields, allowing my burst laser to get in and do damage, even if nothing else can. So, you know, alternatively, the cloak would be nice because I can cloak out of enemy shots when they come in, allowing the artillery beam to do damage. Mind control is nice, as well as hacking. I think I'll take the hacking system, though. Hacking can be used offensively, and right now we are kind of... but the cloak is purely defensive, and it's really good. So basically what I'm thinking of here is, what do I want to focus on in the future? Do I want to focus on the artillery beam only, or do I want to focus on using the hacking to take down enemy shields, allowing me to get in with my burst laser? I think I'll focus on the cloak. With the Ion Blast, we can take down enemy shields pretty easily in the future. Let's buy the cloak. It's the final system slot, but I'll do it anyways. Oh, at the very least I can upgrade my weapons after this sector. But what I'm thinking is the artillery beam can take out enemy ships relatively easily if I just cloak through the enemy weapon fire. We did unlock the Federation B-type layout because we did not upgrade our weapons through to Sector 5. We do have a cloak, so we can dodge enemy laser shots. We do have a defense drone, which means we can dodge enemy missile. Well, not dodge, we can destroy enemy missiles as they come in. And at this point, I do want to get the 4th level of the artillery beam. It's really our biggest damage dealer at this point. Like right here, I actually can't hurt this enemy ship with my weapon system. Only the artillery beam I have right now can actually hurt them. So, this actually kind of sucks. Get the doors. I have to send everyone over here to deal with these guys, unfortunately. Which means we can't dodge, which means I have to cloak out of the flak shots that are coming in right now. So let's do that. 70% dodge chance. We dodged enough, just barely though. They are trying to take out my door systems. I don't want that to happen. And this is gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna be a tough fight. Like, there's no point in even shooting my guns because I can't take out their weapons at all. They're just going to ionize my shields all to hell, though. Yep. Yeah, not looking good. Not looking good. We have plenty of HP, though. We did get a lot of HP, you know, bonuses out of the last sector. I need to get the shields back online. I should take my weapons offline because my weapons can't do anything. Our weapons are now offline because they got hit. I should have cloaked, but I didn't cloak in time, but they missed us, luckily. Okay, I gotta cloak out of the next flak shot. I gotta get the weapons online. Cloak out of this. Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back. Oop, let's get you healed up fully. Yeah, dealing with those invaders was really annoying. Okay, weapons are back online. Don't really have any power to put the weapons online, but they're online. Ion's coming in, I'm gonna let it hit. Their lasers are coming in, they hit. Oh, this is oh, this is so bad. I can cloak. I will cloak. I'll send the Mantis maybe to help get the fire out, get the defense drone back online. Get my burst laser powered up, I guess. Maybe no, they got their shields online again. I've just got to wait for my artillery beam. Basically, there's nothing I can do at this point. Might as well go repair my door system. Oh, and their lasers are coming in again. Luckily, we just barely had enough misses, and I don't have a lot of. I won't accept surrender. I think I can kill you. I can cloak at least. But yeah, I don't have a lot of hope for us. We're not doing a very good job of killing enemy ships at this point. Oh, I should have taken my shields offline because now we're ionized and we're gonna get hit by these shots coming in. Yeah, wounded our artillery beam. We gotta get that online because it's the only way that we do damage right now. Luckily we got a miss. Cloak out of the way of the flak gun. There we go. Good lord. I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. I guess get the artillery beam charged up even more because our weapons aren't doing jack for us. Ooh boy. Well, I know what I'm dodging, that 7-shot flak gun. But like, right now, there's no reason to even use my... There's no reason to use my burst laser, because it can't even pierce their shields, so I might as well wait for their shots to come in. Oh, our piloting system's offline, great. I gotta dodge this and this alone. 7 shots, I gotta make sure I dodge those. Even the 3 laser shots, even if I get hit by one of those, you know, it could be worse. It could be much worse. And I have about a 30% dodge chance, so I can pretty much dodge one of the 3-shot laser coming in. But the frickin' 7-shot flak gun, heck no. Get the power back in the engine system. The cloak also has a 20-second recharge time, and their flak gun I think has a 21-second charge time on it, so I can dodge their flak gun permanently pretty much. Which is very nice, very, very nice for me. Get the weapons powered up, dodge their laser shots. Indeed we did, just barely. Maybe I can kill this guy and then he won't. Nah, he lived, unfortunately. Get the O2 back online. Yeah, I should probably get another power in the weapon system so I can at least use the ion blast. But the problem is that if I do that, I'm taking power away from shields and engines and artillery to get the Ion Blast powered. I don't have enough reactor power to keep everything online. So I'm kind of thinking one more power in artillery could be what's best for me. Hopefully we can cloak out of the way of this. Yes, we can. 95% evasion chance with the cloak is decent. Artillery beam, 30-second cooldown. Yeah, I think I should hold off, get the artillery beam to level 4, so it only has a 20-second charge time, and just hope that defense drone plus cloak plus dodge chance plus shields is enough, that the artillery beam can just take out enemy ships. I should probably go up and try to visit the store as well. I do have enough for the max level artillery beam, so I will put power into it. I can always move power around when shots are coming in that I need to dodge. But for right now, for instance, put power in the artillery beam, put power in the oxygen and the defense drone, because I gotta defend myself against their defense drone. Ah, great. And of course they board me on my piloting system. Send Rockman in to deal with their Rockman. I will cloak right now just to make sure that we dodge this first missile coming in. Only 65% chance because we don't have a pilot right now. The pilots are busy. Their double shot laser is in, it hit, so I will take the time to heal a little bit. Their double shot laser's offline, so I don't need to bring up my shields back immediately. So we'll get people healed up. Lasers coming in, hits the shields. Roper, if Roper can be a good shield person as well, I think that'd be fine. You know, double dipping in the training is fine usually. You know, because it means that, you know, if I'm in a situation like this where I need to put someone on the shield system, I have a backup that I can use basically. The defense drone should take care of the missile, but I will cloak anyways. It doesn't have a 100% chance of taking down incoming missiles, so better safe than sorry pretty much. Might as well get a dodge chance when they fire their weapons at me. Kind of micromanage my power a little bit. I should definitely focus in getting some additional power purchased because this is not the best. Luckily we did dodge just enough that their weapons didn't hit me. They're out of missiles, which means that I can depower the defense drone and put power into the engine system. I know they're out of missiles because their missile launcher has retracted back into their ship and I don't need the defense drone online anymore. As long as they don't fire their lasers at the same time, they can't penetrate my shields. So I'm okay with this right now. Big B and Jack are now fully trained on piloting and engines. Come on, artillery beam. I could put power into the burst laser, but we're doing fine right now. We're doing okay. Our defense drone has been destroyed, but it doesn't matter because it wasn't doing anything for us anyways. I will cloak. Oh, and their laser actually did manage to hit me. Let's just send the NG in there actually. Okay, they're dead. Ion charger. Okay. So we're very much focused on the ion weapons at this point. Ion weapons, unfortunately, are not all that good. I only have 43 scrap going to the store. I did spend my scrap previously on getting the artillery beam upgraded. But there really was not much I could have done about that. Ions are good, but the flak gun is really, really good at taking down enemy shields. So much so that I think I'm actually just going to sell both of these ion weapons and just pick up the flak gun. because that's 3 shots. Burst laser is 3 shots. That's 6 shots, enough to penetrate any number of shields. Ion Blast and Charge Laser does take time to get charged up to take down shields permanently, but they also don't deal damage. And if I get another flak gun or another laser gun, I would appreciate having the flak gun purchased. So you know what? We're gonna buy the flak gun, and we're gonna focus on getting the flak gun powered up here very shortly, because I need some way of taking down enemy ships, and currently what we have is not cutting it. They have a missile, so I will be shooting out a defense drone. They have a ion blast, which means that their weapon, their laser will be able to penetrate my shields most likely. We do have a cloak though, so I can always cloak out of the way of their incoming ions or lasers, but the defense drone has to come out. Which basically means that I have to keep my oxygen unpowered for this fight. Until their weapon fires though. Shields offline. I'd rather the... Good. I'd rather the ion hit my piloting system than my shield system, honestly. Defense drone offline. Power into the O2 system. Temporarily, I can always, recycle the power in a second. Ions coming in again. Get the defense drone online because it's coming in. I will depower my shields. Let the ion hit something. Sensors, perfect. They are waiting to fire their weapons all at the same time, so I will dodge this. Just to make sure that we dodge the missiles and stuff. We do get hit with a... bit of fire. I don't know where it is. There it is. Trivial enough to get the power redistributed so we can... to get the doors open so that we can vent this. We missed the ion, their ion shot missed, which is very nice. Their laser is shooting. Their missile launcher is ready to fire, so let's get the defense drone powered up. If I have someone manned in the sensor room, I do get to see the enemy weapon charge times, which is pretty nice. Okay, their missile came in, so I can get the O2 and engine systems powered up again. They did fire 2 lasers at me. I will cloak just because I kind of need to make sure I can dodge those shots. Artillery beam did hit. The missile is still online. Need to make sure I get the defense drone powered up before their missile fires. Ooh, that was close. If it aimed for my drone system, I wouldn't have been able to take it offline before it hit. This is a pretty tricky fight. Pretty tricky. Their weapons are still online. They do have a double shot laser coming in, and I can't dodge both shots. But they both missed, which is nice. Defense drone has to come online. Did come online with enough time to shoot down their incoming missile. It did miss, but still better to have the missile, or the still better to have the defense drone online anyways, because you're never guaranteed that it's gonna miss. Solar flare coming in, nothing I can do about that. Except wait and put it out as soon as possible. It's in the med bay though, which is nice because we can just heal ourselves in the med bay. Good. They are dead. 41 scrap up to 45 thanks to the scrap recovery arm. And honestly, that scrap recovery arm is going to maybe save the day. A little bit of extra scrap here and there is really going to go a long ways. Okay. Everything good? Oxygen distributing through the ship, 94%. Okay. Ooh, I almost knocked my glass off my desk. There's a mine! Excuse me, there's a mine! Attempt evasive maneuvers, send someone out there to defuse it. Red or blue? How about red? You open your eyes and everything is still where it was a moment ago. You did it! 37 scrap. If you pick the wrong one, I think you lose a crew member, and it's completely random, 50-50. That's kind of bullshit, but it's also FTL in a nutshell. So what do we need? We need power, at least. We need power and we need weapons. How about 2 of each? 2 weapon power and 2 reactor power. That way we can choose what we have online. So I can have the flak and burst laser online at the same time if I want. It's not half bad. Let's just go to this beacon. I don't trust myself in getting to the exit in time. Yes, I will attack some pirates. They have 3 shot lasers, but we do have a cloak, so we can dodge at least 2 of them on a normal basis. They do have a teleporter, so they are going to try to board us. They picked the worst room to do it in, but I can send in a Mantis plus a Rock crew member to kind of screw with them a little bit. In fact, what I should do is send the Rock crew member onto the door system and hope that they don't take out my the first bar of my artillery beam. But even if they do, I'm okay with that. And now I can actually start using guns. Took down their weapon system. Excellent, amazing. I don't need to worry about dodging. You know, we have max level on our people, so I don't need to worry about any more experience right now. Get the O2 system powered, and oh, it's so nice. I can actually shoot people. Oh, you are dead. Bet you weren't expecting that. Oh, it's so good. I'm struggling to think of things to say now. I'm so happy. We get a Zoltan as well, which is totally amazing. He's actually also a really good engine crew member, so we basically have 1 permanent power in the engine room, which is nice. I can send Jack up to be a... I'll send him up to be a door person, just so that when people invade me, I don't have to worry about the invaders for a split second. I can kind of worry about power and positioning first. And this is actually a really good position around the exit. I can go exit, store, beacon, beacon, exit potentially. I will try to visit a couple of extra beacons before we exit this sector. Just a simple Rebel automated ship should be pretty easy to take down with the flak burst laser combo since they have no shields. The missile is a bit worrisome because, you know, it's guaranteed damage, but if they fire all their weapons at the same time, I can just dodge them. And it looks like they will fire everything immediately as soon as they come out of cloak. So I just cloak myself with a 90% dodge chance, and all of their stuff misses. Now I will shoot on their weapon system, because if I can take their missiles offline, that would be great. And unfortunately their missiles are still online, so I might want to use 1 defense drone just to shoot down 1 of their missiles. Good. Repair the engines. Get power back in the artillery room, I suppose. And I don't need to have both bars of shields online because their double shot laser is offline, and I can cloak out of the way of their bomb plus their missile launcher. Unfortunately, their missile actually did hit, which is disappointing. But there goes the artillery beam, more flak shots, their missiles now permanently offline. Burst laser only hit 1 shot out of 3, which is disappointing. Declan, go heal. At this point, we're just waiting for them to die because there is no way that they win this fight. Get the shields back online. Don't really care too much about... I'd rather have the burst laser. Don't care too much about the bomb hitting. It's annoying, but it doesn't do any hull damage, so I'm okay with that. We did pick up some fuel, which is nice. Fuel is going to be a problem, but as long as we have 7, we can get out of this sector before we get, or before we run out of fuel and get trapped by the rebels, so that's good. Okay. So exit. I could go exit, beacon, beacon, back. Exit, maybe? Let's go to the exit first and see what we get. At this point, I might just want to get a third bar of shields. Oh my god, we got a chain Vulcan. That is amazing. This is an amazing, amazing weapon. It fires once, it does 1 damage, but when its maximum charge is reached in about like 20 or 30 seconds, it fires like boom, 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 boom. It's amazing. It's one of the better weapons in the game solo, just because it actually kind of synergizes well with the artillery beam in a weird sense that they both do the same thing. The artillery beam is a long, slow charge, but once it gets going, it does a lot of damage. The Vulcan's the same way. It takes a long time to get charged up, but once it's charged up, it does a lot of damage over time. I like this. I like the Vulcan. Weapon Pre-Igniter makes it even better because you skip the first charge. I can't visit 2 beacons and then go to the exit, so I am just going to flee, I think. Go to the next sector. We'll worry about what we're going to do with weapons and shields here. It would be good to have a third bar of shields. It would be really good to have a third bar of shields. So let's do it. Let's get a third bar. I can't keep them powered, but I can divert power around as I need to. I will hail them, a refugee ship. It is a pirate using the refugee ship as bait, so hopefully we get some benefits to helping the refugees and a benefit to destroying the pirates. So hopefully we kind of double dip in the rewards for this beacon. Now, I do need to take out their weapon system ASAP. They have 2 double-shot heavy lasers, which is rough, but the real big problem is that they shoot them at the same time. If I can wound one of the laser systems, as soon as they get it repaired, it will be offset in the firing sequence and won't be firing them both at the same time, meaning my shield personnel can just recharge the shields after 1 hit. So the real important thing in this combat is hit them hard enough to take one of their weapons offline. It doesn't matter if I keep shooting afterwards, but just getting 1 shot in early is going to be very important here. I think I can get their weapon systems temporarily offline enough with the flak cannon burst laser, as long as they don't dodge all the shots here. Good, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Now I don't need to worry about more than 2 bars of shields. I don't need to worry about anything, basically. And in fact, why don't we get the Vulcan powered up now? Get this thing auto-firing. Double shot laser plus the bomb. I can't really do much about it. I can get some power into my dodge chance temporarily, but they did manage to hit the bomb. Doesn't do hull damage though, so I don't really mind it that much. Once we get the Vulcan powered up, you will see the power of the Vulcan. It's gonna take a minute though. They did get their other laser system repaired, but we managed to get in a shot with the artillery beam, taking it offline. Let's get the Mantis in there to help repairing. They're not gonna be able to help all that much, but artillery beam is wounded. Let's get the... Might as well get the Mantis Rockman in there in a second. Let's just get the Mantis in there. The artillery beam is going to do a good job of... Let's get the Rockman in there too. They're gonna have their laser shooting at the same time again, which is unfortunate. The artillery beam is still a really big damage dealer, so I'd like to get the artillery beam repaired if at all possible. Vulcan is now charged up to the max. And look at this thing, taking down their shield system. Their weapons are now wounded even further. Let's take down their shields again. Oh, it's so good. Now it sucks that they will cloak, but the Vulcan maintains its charge through their cloaks. So as long as we can take down their shields in a couple of blasts, you know, we're golden. Their shields are now offline. Their shield system is now getting hit. Oh, it's so good. contact refugee ship. We get a lot of scrap from that encounter, which is nice. Let's get everybody healed up. This might be good. This might be good. Let's keep the Vulcan powered up for the time being. I might switch over to the flak burst laser, but let's see what we get in this next beacon first. So we don't have a door system. We don't have sensors. They have ion halberd firebeam. It's actually kind of a rough ship, but it's not too bad because we do have a cloak. We can cloak out of the way of some of the ion blasts. And as long as we have at least 2 bars of shields, their beams can't hurt us. The halberd beam on the right can pierce 1 bar of shields. The fire beam on the left cannot pierce through shields at all. Shields have to be completely offline before it does any damage. They do have a cloak. I think I would like to get the Vulcan charged up though, so I am going to use it. Let's get our artillery beam charged up as well. Their ion blasts are going to be annoying, but I can always dodge out of them occasionally. So I don't worry about their ions too much, really. They're halberd fired, so even if their ions hit, I'm fine with that. And the ion damage was actually completely eliminated from our shields before their ion shots even came in, so. Now they did hit with their next ion shot, so I will cloak. Oh, shit. This actually kind of sucks. I should have cloaked earlier. Yeah, because they are going to get a shot in. Even if I had cloaked, it wouldn't have mattered because the cloak, our cloak only lasts for 5 seconds. So that was actually just like completely my fault. Let's cloak out of the way of this ion shot, give our shields some time to recharge. I should be doing that. As long as if we have a chance to get hit by an ion shot, I should wait. I should delay game for a minute, get my shields repowered via the cloak. Let's see if we can take some of their weapons offline. They are shooting us with the ions, 2 shots. They both hit, which is unfortunate. They both hit because we don't have very much in the way of dodge chance right now, unfortunately. They have 3 ions coming in. That's why when I am going to cloak. I am going to turn off my halberd beam before I fire. Nah, I'm just gonna cloak. They still hit with 2 shots with an 80% dodge chance. That's kind of annoying. Their shields are very, very, very wounded though, which is nice. I don't think we'll take any more damage in this fight. It's kind of annoying that we took as much as we did, but you know. I wasn't as perfect with my cloaking as I could have been. I could have avoided that damage had I been better. Okay. We still don't have doors until we jump, that's fine. 130 scrap. Let's get 1 more bar of power because we are pretty low on power during these combat encounters. Do need to get fuel though. It is a Mantis ship. They have a 5-shot laser, which is something that I'm going to be dodging, and 2 bombs. The bombs do trouble me a little bit, but the laser is really the big problem here. So I'm actually going to go to the flak burst laser. Excuse me. The flak burst laser should be able to take down their super burst laser pretty quickly. You guys are screwed. Depower the oxygen system just to make sure that they suffocate. Burst laser, or flak burst laser. Good, take down their super burst laser, and that's really all I wanted to do there. Artillery beam comes in, damages their systems. They're shooting us with both bombs, so I will cloak. 1 bomb hit, 1 bomb missed. I will send my Rockman Mantis into the med bay to deal with the combat invaders. They went into the door room instead, which sucks, but we can still deal with them. Let's keep their weapons offline. And at this point, let's just keep going with the flak burst laser. I was thinking about going and switching over to the Vulcan, but there's really no need. We're gonna kill these guys, no problem. They really have nothing that they can do. Their weapons are offline, their shields are offline. Artillery beam's gonna come in and cut them up. Good. 140 scrap is pretty good. I like having a lot of scrap on hand at all times so that I can buy stuff from the store. The only question is, are we going to be able to find a store in this nebula? Oh, and this ship is nasty. And they also took down our oxygen system. And they have a cloak. This is going to be a tough ship. I am going to charge up the Vulcan. I want the Vulcan to be firing as quickly as possible to take them out. With the Vulcan online, it's a matter of time until they're dead. Otherwise, we are going to have to deal with their shitty weapons. Their lasers are not really that much of a problem. Their beams are not really that much of a problem. The O2 is a big problem. Now, I can keep people alive in the med bay. It's not that big of a problem to keep people alive by just moving them in and out of the med bay. You kind of have to micromanage them a little bit though. But it is doable, and I think I might just have to kind of run people there very, very shortly. Let's take down their shield system ASAP. And at this point, 14%, yeah. Everyone get into the med bay. Double power the med bay. Depower the cloak to get the shields online. And Engie and Rockman, they're just going to kind of walk in and out of the med bay. Actually, what I should do is I should get the Rockman to stay, because he is super duper slow. But Human and Engie can kind of walk in and out. We killed them, and oxygen system is back online. Gotta wait for it to come back though, so let's keep the Human Engie in the med bay, and there we go. So yeah, it's not that big of a problem if you get hacked in the oxygen system. You just have to kind of micromanage people around the med bay. It's entirely doable, if not just a little bit annoying. But you just have to bandbox at least 2 units that have the same speed. So in this case, the pilot and the Engie, kind of just put them in a room next to the med bay. Now pause, move the furthest unit into the shield room, and then bandbox select them, and whoops, that was wrong. Bandbox select them into the shield room, and then they kind of just move together, and you can kind of just go back and forth, keep them in the med bay, and then they will not die. It's good to have a double powered med bay, because at level 1 med bay, you only exactly negate oxygen damage. At a second level med bay, you do recover HP from a suffocation scenario. So it is useful to have in that situation as well. Have your Rockman pose as captain. This is actually a very interesting event. Let's read this. A slug captain hails and invites himself aboard your ship to present a flask of something slimy. Now, most gracious captain, you must join me, please, in a drink to our alliance. We can have our Rockman pose as the captain instead of us, presumably human. Even if there was something malicious in the drink, you doubt it would affect the rock digestive system. The slug casually celebrates your newfound trust by repairing part of your ship and offering to sell you his wares. 10 hull points repaired. This is actually very nice, if only for the 10 hull points repaired, but in this event, if you have your Rockman pose as captain, he's a frickin' rock. He's not a squishy flesh man. So if there is a poison in the drink, he will spot it and he'll be like, "Hey, Slugman," puts his hand on the Slugman's shoulder and squeezes gently, quote unquote. "Is there something in this drink you're not telling me about?" And the Slugman will go, hey, Rockman, easy now, easy now. Whoa, we got off on the wrong foot here. So that's a very nice event. It actually didn't matter that we did the Rockman event, because this slug is actually friendly anyways, and he's going to sell us some stuff. Automated reloader is nice. Improving the weapon cooldown 10% means that the Vulcan fires even faster. Backup battery would actually be kind of cool here as well, because I don't have a lot of power. I'm constantly moving my power around to different systems, so having just bonus power that I could use temporarily would be pretty nice. I could put power into the cloaking system and then put the cloaking and artillery beam online. Let's get the battery backup. It's pretty cheap, 35 scrap for 2 temporary power on occasion. Let's get some fuel. Don't need to repair myself anymore because they were so nice. I will buy the automated reloader. 40 scrap is very cheap for what it does. You know, if you get 3 of those, then you're firing super quickly. But with the Vulcan, I think especially it's going to be kind of handy to have. And let's continue jumping around. That was a pretty good beacon. Let's see if we can't maybe find another store in the future, because that was not a store. That was an event that turned into a store. So there will still be stores in the future. A ship without slug markings is stranded, and we move into provide assistance. There is pirates on the hull. So this is a pirate ship. We move in to investigate the ship. They're not attacking us. We can attack them first. I will do that. Why not? Let's attack some pirates. They do have a missile launcher, so I do feel like having a defense drone online is smart. We do have a lot of defense. Do have a lot of drone parts, and I also feel like having the flak cannon burst laser is nice because we can take down their burst laser very quickly. There it goes. Their burst laser is now offline. I only have to worry about the missile, and we have a defense drone to deal with the missile. So this is a pretty good setup for us. I need to retime how I'm doing the flak burst laser. Because the flak cannon is on the back of our ship, it takes time before it reaches this point where it begins the transition onto the enemy hull. So I need to fire my burst laser slightly after I fire the flak cannon. So I'm going to fire the flak cannon. I'm going to unpause and pause, and then now I'm going to fire the burst laser. The flak cannon hits the shield. The burst laser sneaks in. This is a pretty good surrender offer for missiles, but I don't really use missiles right now, do I? So I'm not going to accept. You know, if the flak cannon was further up close to the front of my ship, it's going to transition onto the enemy hull really quickly. So that was really, it wasn't really quickly. It was quicker than if the flak cannon was in the back. You know, because the order of your weapons in your weapons bar does affect the position on the ship, and it does affect the time it takes for the weapons to actually land their shots.